I'm into performing because there's a certain part of my life which is in which that's essential. I mean, I've lived a performer's life in a way, so a certain amount of that is there. I love what I'm doing.
Jerry Garcia rocks.
Back in the mid-70s, I built a home studio. And it was for my own amusement, basically, to get away from everything, a place that was soundproof so I wouldn't be disturbing the neighbors. And I could make music in there, I could record it, I could compose and all that kind of stuff and just thrash around. And I just finished building it, and the Dead, after a year's hiatus, decided, okay, well, let's get back together. What are we going to do? Well, Weir's got a studio, let's make a record. After we were done with that record, Jerry just kept coming back up there. We used to just mess around up there. Had a lot of fun. It was kind of built on the principle that it was going to be a fun place to be. A fun place, you know, the ultimate playpen for a musician. Which was basically what Jerry and I were doing when we were just messing around in the studio. You know, it's a place to come mess around, do stuff, chase ideas. We built this place, which is, I don't know if he'd consider it a waste of time and money, or if he'd, I think he'd wig out in here. And you know, but I built it in his fond memory. Your body becomes electric, you can't feel any weight. You don't feel like you're standing on the floor, for instance. It's just like people when they're dancing and they catch the wave and they get the feeling. It's the same feeling. We share it with the audience, they share it with us, and we get this virtuous feedback loop. You know, you have no sense of time. My entire world turns basically hallucinatory. All I'm seeing is the movie of the song. Because every song is a story. All art of any kind is a story. And every artist of any stripe is a storyteller. So I'm just watching the movie, and all else recedes to nothing.
Just through the middle of the fields, I came across an empty space. Exploded, left the bus stop in its place. The bus come by and I got on, this when it all began. There was cowboy eagle at the wheel, the bus to never ever land.
I met Jerry at the Panhandle around 67, and I was taking a solo on this truck like they used to do, and I closed my eyes and I was taking the solo, and when I opened them up, Jerry was right there and Michael Bloomfield, and they were looking at me, and I was like, oh my God. And it's like Jerry Garcia and Michael Bloomfield, and they're checking me out. And they were smiling like two Buddhas, man, like two Chester Cat Buddhas, man. I guess they like what they heard. He was just always very encouraging, very inspiring and encouraging to me.
people used to ask, what's your secret? How have you stayed together so long? Well, we kept ourselves in stitches. That's how we did it. I remember one time, Jerry, some guest came to a show, and we were backstage hanging in the little guitar tent that we had back there, and just, you know, hanging like crows on a fence, just going back and forth at each other. And this guest came in and had a chance to observe what we were doing, and, you know, I think we kind of fried his brain a little bit, and Jerry said at one point, well, see, you know, the music's, you know, fine and good, but comedy, that's our real deal.
Won't you try just a little bit?